2 weekends in a row that we go to this cupboard that we never go to. Wow. Anyway. Yeah, last week I took everything with me. We only used one, didn't we? But this week, oh, we're going to use this one. This week. Now, last week we were pulling the bushes out, weren't we? Yeah, well, not the same job, not the same place. Still enjoy these sort of jobs where it's very easy to say, it's not very easy to do. And boy, oh boy. And yeah, it looks a bit crummy. But this is going to be a safety rope, that's all. It's not going to be pulling. It's just going to stop, hopefully, stop someone or someone from falling off. It's just going to be a grip, hopefully, if my ideas work all right. But we've got an exciting bit to do. This is what I like to do. The impossible jobs to do. You know, you can talk about it, you can say it, but actually getting there and actually doing it, actually organising it is another thing. So we'll probably want 2 of those, I think. So what are we going to do with this line? We're not going to be pulling anything. It's an imaginary handrail. Where you would have a handrail, there's not going to be a handrail, but you're going to hook yourself to this rope. And it's, you know, you don't plan to fall, you're not going to fall. But just in case, you're just going to, this might help you restrain you from hitting the ground. So you might still fall. You might even still fall halfway. You'll be wearing a harness, fine, but you always need that harness connected to something. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be at arm's length. So what you connect to, what you hold, you're going to be cutting off. So yeah. So anyway, it's here and it's available, and it's better than no idea, and it's better than no harness, or better than no handrail, as you might say. It's I'm prepared. If there's another idea, there's another idea, and if we're all agreed on the new idea, that's fine. But anyway, that's my imaginary handrail that isn't a handrail, and my tow rope that isn't going to do any towing. It's just going to be there just to catch you from slamming into the floor if the worst comes to the worst. In any sort of fall, in any sort of crash, you know, if you crash into a car, it's only the last 6 inches that kills you. That's why you keep a good life-giving gap in between. Same as the floor. Anything that avoids you smacking into the floor, if you can miss it by an inch, or if you can miss it by half an inch, you've missed it, haven't you? So anything that stops you slamming into the floor has got to be a good thing, hasn't it? Kat, yeah? Shall we do a beginning and an end, shall we? Before and an after?
You've missed the beginning.
Yeah.
I've already started.
Yeah. This is, where's the before? This is the before. It's not as bad as we usually. It gets a bit bigger, doesn't it? Yeah. You won't need to do much this time, will you? It hasn't gone completely mad. It's slightly less. But there's the beginning, look. There's what it was. It's quite cool. Usually we do them on red hot days, don't we?
Well, the sun's supposed to come out at lunchtime, isn't it?
Sun's still a bit sort of cool. Yeah. So anyway, there's a before, and we'll be making an after. And I'll be doing something similar this afternoon, won't I? But not this.
That's a Debbie tip.
Oh, it's a Debbie tip. Hold on. Yeah.
Put a little throw down, picnic blanket down.
Picnic blanket throw sort of thing that you get for the back of the car, isn't it? Throw it in there.
It helps a bit.
Yeah. It's a bit tidier. Anyway, there's the beginning. We'll have a look at the end. So if you remember last year, we brought it down quite a lot. It was quite hard to reach. So now Debbie reaches it a lot better and a lot safer with just 2 steps. So I think that was a good move. And it's still anybody walking by can't see. You know what I mean? They can see if they want to see, but they can't see sort of normally. Here's a bit of husbandly advice how to power up the wife to do the bushes. Watch. That's how to power up the wife to do the bush. Line running here, yeah, which fits, and we've got another safety line running this way, yeah, so that fits as well. What we got to do is get up there and trim around there, and we've got to trim along here, look. See that there? We've got to trim along there, up and along there as best we can. Yeah. But again here, cut all this overhanging garbage out the way. Yeah. Because it's blocking the cameras. And then we've got to trim along this way. Yeah. So I think it's fair to say we've given that a right haircut. Yeah. Look, it's all gone, done and dusted. Now we're just going to attack that now. There's a limb in the way, so we cut the limb off and go back. Yeah. So looking good. And we can reach up the top there, no problem. Look, I've just caught it as I put it in the chipper, the piece of wood, it sort of twisted and banged my hand against the side. So that's why I'm not a tree fella chipper person. Well then, let's have one last look. It's quite a slope down there. Ooh, let's have one, oops, in these turfs of grass. Let's have one last look at what's been all trimmed back, look. Yeah, so clear for the alarm sensors, clear for the cameras, all been trimmed back, look. Yeah, so that's all good. All around this post that we all grow in, all the branches. That's going to take a few years for them branches to reach them cameras now, isn't it? That's all been done and cleared. And of course, it's not a case of straight up the post or, you know, reaching from over here to get over there. Wow, that was you know, easy to say, not easy to do. Yeah, and all this corner's been cleared too. All this was growing, obstructing. You know, this ain't gonna come back soon. So the cameras are gonna be able to look down the fence line and have a good look at everything. Keep an eye on things. Nothing's gonna catch it. Nothing's going to go back anytime soon. Pleased with that, really pleased with that. Look, this. Look at the height. It was just about reaching the camera in places. All you stepladder heroes, how tall is that? I don't know how tall it is, but the boys managed to get up there and trim it back. Wow. Yeah, good lads. You know, one of those jobs, it looks easy, but when it actually comes to getting it and climbing the ladder and getting up there and trimming that back, wow. You know, if you're a tree person, this probably was easy. But if you're not, if you're just an ordinary Joe like the rest of us, look, really pleased about that. But that willow that was here, oh my God, look, just a couple of important branches, bang, bang, gone, security. Nobody can, you can be seen before you even get to the fence. It's not a case of get to the fence and break your way in and get caught. You're now going to be seen walking up to the fence. Wow. And this one the same, look, nice and clear. Wow, there's nothing going to grow around that anytime soon, is there? No. So another excellent job. And even this one, I mean, this is, what's that, standard sort of street post height? What the hell is that one over there? That one's massive up there. Wow. Yeah, anyway, job well done today, I think. Job well done. Something a bit different for you. But I have sustained an injury. Where's the accident book? Where's the claim form? I don't know what's under that plaster. It's not good. It's going boom, biddy boom, biddy boom, biddy boom. Oh, am I going to lose a nail? Look at that. You can't see it, can you? No. I've got a nail, black nail. I didn't realise it. I wondered what was hurting. I had a look. Black nail. Oh, dear me. Wow. And that was just being a spectator and giving instructions. So how the hell can you hurt your finger and get a black nail just sort of giving instructions? So I'm glad I wasn't doing the job. Just got back. Look at this. That's Debbie's OCD on the fence. I know you're gonna, Reggie, why don't you do it, you idol? Thing is, I'm not allowed. I'd be shouted at. So, and of course I'm not volunteering, am I? But look, that's all nicely trimmed. That'll be all right. We've had a really dry spell. So you know, and I know, as soon as the next shower of rain that comes, it's all going to go mad, isn't it? It's all going to grow like mad. It's all trimmed back, but we love the bees. These bumblebees. This tree literally hums. And if you remember, there was a thing there killing it, and it killed it. So by pulling that all up, that yellow stuff, by killing all that yellow stuff, there was a bare patch, and it's allowed this to grow and in here. So hopefully, as a few more years go along, look, yeah, I don't know if you can see the bush, but the bush is alive, absolutely alive and humming. When you come out here and there's no traffic, you hear the bush literally hum, and they don't bother you. They're busy doing their thing. We don't bother them. Listen. Hear the bush. The whole bush buzzes. Yeah. So, what is today's lesson? Oh, I don't know. You're going to look forward to me drilling a hole in there to relieve the pressure. I don't think it's that bad. It might go away. The little pinky. We might get away with the pinky. But you know, a glove. Today's lesson was I should have been wearing a glove, shouldn't I, at least? Because it wouldn't have caught the skin. As I put the wood into the chipper, it slammed my hand. I don't know where I must have had it like this or something. And
well, you're not used to it yet, so you probably don't realise it twists.
It slammed my hand up against the edge of the machine, on the inside edge. Maybe I should have fed it from outside. Anyway, so today's lesson is...
It could have been worse. It could have yanked your whole arm in.
yeah, you hope. You've got the insurance form ready, haven't you? Anyway, I should have worn gloves. Yeah. That's today's lesson, and it's ripped a bit of skin. That's going to be just nasty, isn't it? I don't know if it's going to become a whole
Well, you've
black
given it a
nail.
nice. You've had a bath, haven't you? And
Yeah,
soaked
giving it a good scrubbing and
So
and
it's
a
nice and
Dettol, Dettol in my bath.
Yeah.
So I've killed all the germs.
I'll go and get a plaster now for you.
Yeah, Debbie, give me a plaster. But yeah, so I should have wore gloves, shouldn't I?
And you have gloves in the car and all.
Today's lesson is wear gloves, Reggie. And half of that wouldn't have happened. No, it definitely wouldn't have gripped the skin like that, would it? No. Anyway. But all in all, really successful day today. I've really enjoyed it. I like these odd, different little jobs. Yeah.